Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Dorios, and today we're back with some Sims 4, and it's just a speed build today. Just a simple little speed build that wasn't so simple. I decided that I wanted to do like a new Crest makeover. I haven't done anything in New Crest in a very long time. I don't know that I've ever really had a family live there, except for like, I think one challenge I did, I had a family live there. Other than that, I don't think I've ever really played in the world. So I wanted to make some houses and make some different items to go in this world, so that way I can make it kind of like more of an interesting world to go to and play in. So this first house that I'm doing is actually a 2-story starter home. I don't know how I was able to make it into a starter home. I'm still impressed with myself. It's kind of sparsely decorated. There is, I don't think, any landscaping, because for some reason, ever since I downloaded the tool mod, my debug does not work. It just doesn't work. So I'm gonna uninstall that soon, because I installed Better Build Buy in the tool mod, and between those two, nothing works, and I don't use them enough to actually want to use them. I don't really like making builds that you couldn't just make without the mods. I don't know what it is. I don't like making builds like that. I like downloading them. I don't like making them. So we're gonna get rid of those mods and we're gonna call it good probably there. But this house, I was kind of inspired. I think we had watched Up the night before or something. And I was like, I kind of want to make a house that looks like the Up house. So that was more or less my inspiration. I fiddled with the roof for far too long, and I finally decided just to make that portion of the house in a different section so the roof would actually fit, in a different size so the roof would actually fit, because I could not do this for the life of me. And I think here's where I went wrong a little bit, is I started putting pillars all over and around the house because I like it to look nice and uniform like that, you know? I'm one of those people. And for some reason, the wallpaper didn't do the white pillars in certain spots that I really wanted white pillars, so I decided to make it myself, where I could probably have just made the wallpaper work with me a little bit better, but whatever, it's fine. But yeah, the exterior of the house is green and white because I want something a little bit different. I don't see people building green houses very often, so that was just kind of my thought. Another thing is too, if you guys do decide to download this house, there are no ceiling tiles, I don't believe. I don't think I put ceiling on anything, so it's all just white in this game because I did not have the money for that. I barely had the money to build the house as it was. So yeah, I decided to make that little pop out part into bricks. I was thinking like I could totally fit a fireplace. Then I remembered later on that I decided to make this base game, and there's no 1 block by 1 block like base game fireplaces. So it didn't go quite as planned, but that's okay. The layout is a little bit funky. The living spaces are a little bit funky. It took me a really long time to figure out how I was gonna lay out this like upstairs and like bedrooms area. And eventually I came to a design, which we'll see a little bit later. I gave up here because I was done. I essentially at first split the bottom level in half, changed the way around the stairs. That was hard to say for some reason. And looking back on it, I probably should have just kept the stairs how they were, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the interior. I'm stuck at making the interior of houses make sense, like making hallways and stuff like that. Because in the one house that I've lived in my entire life, yeah, it was a 1-story house, so 2-story houses also already. Those are just different and weird to me, let alone a 1-story house. Like, or let alone like a 2-story house that's like in this style that has these kind of like weird angles and stuff. I was trying to incorporate more interesting angles, and I think this is the downstairs layout that I went with. You can already see how quickly our money is depleting, by the way. I don't have glasses on and I didn't put contacts in, so I can't actually see it myself. But you guys can probably see how quickly the money is going down. And so I just started to place down windows. So I was like, shoot, I don't have that much money. I need to start placing down windows, and I need to get like the necessary furniture. I wanted to use these like really big, nice windows. They didn't make that much sense. So I went for these smaller windows. The window placement also doesn't look the best from the outside. And when I had built the house originally, I was like, I'll just cover it up with foliage, which I did not because I couldn't find foliage. At least none that was free. Again, I don't know what's up with my debug and not wanting to work. I was gonna allow myself to use free trees and stuff like that, but it just, it never happened. It never ended up working. So yeah, we kind of get what we get, and we're not gonna throw a fit. Okay, it's fine. It is absolutely, the back of the house is the absolutely most atrocious part, which I figured it was the back of the house, whatever. The windows can go kind of where they just need to go rather than making aesthetically sense. I was gonna put a chimney, and I think I do leave like a little smokestack chimney thing. Yeah, that little thing at some point, but I do get rid of it because I ended up not liking it. Now I'm just trying to make sure every room has doors, because I have made that mistake before where I don't put doors down and then it makes a whole slew of issues. I don't know why I decided to tackle the upstairs portion first. I was still trying to figure out how the heck I was gonna lay out these rooms to make the most sense, and I still don't like how they came out. They're very small bedrooms upstairs. I think the downstairs office is the biggest bedroom essentially in the entire house, but I decided to give up on that and to move on to using all the cheapest items. I was thinking of like a darker interior, because I never do darker interiors in houses. I don't see it super often either, but I kind of like it, and I felt like for this house, like it's supposed to be like very comfy and cozy and homey. Like these appliances don't look exactly the nicest, they're not the coziest appliances and stuff like that and counters, but I felt like they're a little bit more comfy-esque than, say, just all white, sterile looking houses. If you can't tell by the words I just used, I don't like white houses. I like white kitchens to an extent. I don't like them to be pure white, but I like them to an extent. I like a lot of wood. I like a lot of like colors, a lot of different saturations, a lot of different textures, all those types of things. I am definitely a product of, apparently like a lot of Gen Zs like maximalism, and I'm definitely a product of that. I love maximalism personally. Also, as we're decorating this, I am sorry there's no Horse Ranch episode for a second week in a row. I just haven't gotten around to recording it. I just have not felt motivated to record that series because I don't know. I just don't feel motivated to record the Horse Ranch series. It's just not my thing right now. The pack has just kind of stopped being a pack I enjoy playing. So I'm probably gonna be playing it again soonish. I will be reviewing the new kits and stuff too whenever they come out. I think that's like, is it tomorrow? It might be tomorrow. I honestly didn't actually pay attention to the tweet. I saw that there were new packs or new kits coming out. I didn't actually see when they were coming out. I could be completely wrong. There's plenty of people who reacted to the kits like being announced, and I was like, I'll react to them when they actually come out, and that'll be fine. But, you know, it is what it is. Now I'm placing down a bunch of like lights because I honestly don't like using these saucers if I don't have to. I am always very determined that I am gonna light a room without these dang saucers. Some of these rooms end up staying lit with the saucers. I think the office and the bathrooms both stay lit with the saucers in the end. And I put a stereo, I put a TV. We have, I think that's the only painting in the house, if it even stays. I don't even know if that painting stays in the house, because at the very end, I realized I didn't paint any walls or anything, and I wasn't paying attention to money, and I ran out of money. So we had to paint the walls at the very end with basically no money, and I was already using fairly cheap, like, items in my opinion too. Also, here's me reworking the upstairs again. I think I just decided to leave it like that. Like, I was just done. I was so done with trying to figure out that hallway, because I thought about it and I was like, people are just gonna do the walls down anyways. At least that's how most people play. That's how I play. So I was like, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I decided to go for like this nice blue coloring with this cabinet, or this like cabinet. It's not a cabinet. What is it called in the bedroom? This wardrobe. Not a cabinet, Dorian. Come on. So that's what we did up there. And then here's like, I was thinking of like my grandpa's old desk in his office, and I built that office. I was like, I'm gonna put like this older looking desk with this older looking wooden chair. A notice about the fact that I'm talking about wood. And then I was like, let's decorate the kids' room first. I want to do that. That sounds fun. And I hated that these swatches like don't match in the slightest. And then I realized that this lamp like doesn't light anything. And then I was like, ooh, look at this dinosaur thing. I've never seen this before. Ooh, look at the new backpacks. I want to use one of the new backpacks. I don't even think the backpack stays or the rug. I think it gets painted, and I delete all those items. Because here's where I realized where I messed up. I'm starting to paint everything, and there's not enough money to paint and place down flooring. I did the downstairs first, and I just kind of placed flooring and paints wherever I could. I did the tiles for the bathroom. I was trying to figure out what kind of bathrooms I wanted to do. I made this downstairs bathroom big enough to where you could add like a shower if you wanted to, I think. At least if you have one of the packs, you can definitely add like one of the university showers or something like that. So yeah, you can do that downstairs if you want, but it's technically 1.5 baths. Technically it's like essentially 3 bedrooms, but one of them's an office. So, you know, like that's what we did with that one. And I honestly really liked the fact that I decided on black for all of the appliances and everything, because I don't see it often enough in my opinion. And I kind of don't like, I think it does look a little bit ugly. I will say that about my own build. It does look a little bit ugly, a little bit kind of bland in my opinion. The kids' room was the room I had the most fun with the paints because I just thought it made sense. I think in the parents' room I did I do an accent wall? I don't even think I did an accent wall in the parents' room. And then I tried to put a bookshelf, just have one other thing that you can do in this house. And I decided to change the flooring, and I realized I didn't paint that room. And this is me frantically trying to figure out what to get rid of. I know it's sped up so fast you can barely see it, but you know, it's fine. It's totally fine. And yeah, I think for the rest of this video is just me trying to figure out what to delete, what not to delete, refixing stuff that I accidentally overpainted and everything. So yeah, for this portion of the video, how are you guys doing today? How's your day going? I hope it's going very well. I hope it's going fantastic for you. I am annoyed because our bathtub won't drain right now, and I feel very awkward having to go to the front office if we can't do maintenance requests still and asking them like, hey, can you replace our, or not replace, can you unclog our bathtub drain? I don't have long hair anymore. It shouldn't be clogging. I don't understand. And I got quite a bit of stuff out, and I feel like I got pretty much everything out that I could get out of the drain. So I don't know what else is wrong. Like, I have a feeling that I'm assuming they probably have like a drain snake that they can put down there or whatever to unclog it, figure that out. But here's where I was trying to struggle to get all the debug plants, and nothing was coming up, literally nothing. I don't know why. I think my debug section is just broken right now. I can't get plants for the life of me to come out. So we decided to do a little pathway up to the front of the house. We have the mailbox. I do believe I forgot to place down an outdoor trash can. So I think I figured there's an outdoor trash can pretty much right across the street from the house. So I think you can use that one, but I'm not 100% certain. So if you get this house, you might need to buy an outdoor trash can relatively soon. But yeah, you see that trash can right in front of the house. So I figured that one was fine. That was good enough. But here's the house. I hope you guys enjoyed today's build, and I will see you guys all next time as I'm still covering up mistakes. But bye guys, have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this build. I want to do a lot more builds, starting with new Crest, just because I just haven't been building at all recently, and I want to do some more builds that aren't historically accurate. So that's what we're going to be doing. Anyways, I'll see you guys all next time. Bye guys, have a great rest of your day.